Hey, love. Welcome to another episode of Confessions of a Founder Over 50. So, listen, I was working today and I was really trying to focus on what I was doing. I got to make batches of product for a couple of events I have coming up. So, I'm making my products and I'm listening to my YouTube videos because y'all know YouTube is my friend. I listen. I want to be your friend, right? I don't have my mic with me today. Hopefully the sound is good. Traffic is moving past because we're on a busy street, but it's all good. The light is lighting, baby, okay? But listen, so I'm listening to YouTube and I'm listening to somebody who I listen to on a regular basis. And something that they said just sparked like a in me, right? Because what they said was, if you don't have your life together, by the time you're 40, you might as well die. What? Go sit down, okay? So that really sparked something in me. And usually I like to record in a space where I'm chilling, I'm relaxed. I got on my little robe, my little kimono or whatever. I'm sipping a little tea and I'm chilling. And then something said to me, no. God said to me right now, go ahead, turn on that camera. Put them beans to the side and record this episode. Let me tell you something. Again, this is not about perfection. It's not about age. It's not about anything other than God's timing for your life. And as you know, I am 50 on the road to 51 in about 3 months. I didn't start this business and fully walk in this calling until I was 46 years old. And I've lived a lot of lives because it's not about being a person who has your life together at a certain time. There are a lot of things that happen throughout our lives and we live a lot of lives, okay? I have 2 college degrees. I have been a makeup artist. I have been a clothing designer. I have worked in corporate settings. I was a substitute teacher. I have done a lot of things. And there's never a time where I can say, oh, I regret that because I tried it, right? And I'm not jack of all trades, master of none, but I'm also going to make sure that I am fully embracing every calling that I have. Everything that I'm curious about. If I have the time, if I had a capacity, and guess what? I don't have kids. So the stability trope, I have lived in another state. I've lived in several other states. I don't have to be stable for anybody but myself. And as long as I'm mentally stable, I'm good. You know, I've lived in California. I've lived in Louisiana. I begged to go to college out of state. My dad tried to bribe me. And he said, if you stay in state for college, I'll buy you a car. I didn't want that because that's a setup. It's a setup for safety. It's a setup for not being in a position to trust yourself. It's a setup for control. It's a setup for not knowing what you're made of. It's a setup for not stepping into responsibility. It's a setup for continuing to be somebody's child and them coddling you and you not being able to walk into a situation where you can own the situation. And you say, you know what? I might not be in an ideal situation, but God has never failed me, and my parents raised me. So although this situation may not be ideal, I got enough sense to figure it out because I've been on my own before and I didn't have anybody to fall back on but myself. Listen, let me tell you something. This life that we have is not easy, okay? We don't get to control the things that happen outside of us. We can only control the things that are going on in here because it's the conversations that you have with yourself. You can't even control yourself, real talk. Because if you can control yourself, we wouldn't have drug addiction. We wouldn't have sex addiction. We wouldn't have shopping addiction. We wouldn't have obesity. We wouldn't have any of those things. This is a journey about faith. This is a journey about knowing that sometimes you have to step back and say, you know what? I surrender all. Now that doesn't relinquish you from responsibility. But what it does do is it gives you the responsibility to say, God, I know I cannot do this all by myself. Right now, even right now, as I speak to you, I'm going through a challenging season. But I have to keep reminding myself, number one, today doesn't last forever. Number two, this too shall pass. Number three, I have what it takes to be successful. Being successful does not mean that every day of my life is going to be amazing. It's going to be fabulous. It's going to be like glamorous. I'll be rolling around in my G-Wagon and all these other things. It doesn't mean that. What it means is that I am living a life that I am pleased with. I am living a life that God is pleased with. I am operating in the gifts that I was given and not storing them up for myself. I don't want to be like one of the talents when God is like, oh, no, get out of my face. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. No, he gave me talents. He gave me gifts, and I want to operate in all those gifts because it's not just blessing me. I am being a blessing to others, which is one of the reasons why here we are on the YouTube talking about being a founder over 50. It just burns me up because everybody has something to say about everybody else's life. Everybody's journey is nuanced. Everybody's journey is their own. People go through things. They go through loss. They go through depression. They go through grief. They go through bankruptcy. Their life explodes in front of them. People go through divorce. People lose parents. People lose cousins. People lose siblings. People lose children. People lose jobs. People lose themselves along the way. So I think that it's very critical and judgmental for somebody to say, and I still love this person because people get on here, they talk stuff, and they bait you in, right? They bait you in so that you can keep watching, keep going back and forth, keep talking, all those other things. But what I can say and what I will say is that if your life is not together at 25, 35, 45, 55, you keep going until it comes together. And you are the only person, you and God are the only people who can be like, all right, I'm good. All right, I'm together. Now listen, I'm behind schedule. So I'm gonna need you to watch this to the end, boo. But I'm behind schedule because I wanted to stop and encourage you. If you are living in your parents' basement, if you are hopping on the bus every day to go to work, if you are in between jobs, if you are doing DoorDash or driving Lyft to make ends meet, if you are working a regular job and picked up a second job, if you are an entrepreneur who has decided to pick up another job because you have to make payroll, you have to buy product to sell, you have to be able to pay for whatever, there is no shame in that. Because what you're not doing is asking anybody for a handout. What you are doing is doing the best that you can in order to survive and show people what is possible when you put your mind to it. So I want to let you know that you're doing a great job, right? I want to let you know that it's not too late for you. I want to let you know that you are not behind the curve. I want to let you know that there is somebody who is rooting for you, who is proud of you, who sees the best in you. Baby, I see the best in you, okay? And let me tell you something. We don't talk with negative, nasty, deprecating language over here. We don't tear people down. We build people up, okay? So if you negative and you nasty, this is not the channel for you. And that's okay, darling. That's okay. Go to get fed. If you want poison, go find it. But over here, in this space, the Homegirl Chronicles, on this series, Confessions of a Founder Over 50, we're coming in here with kind language, loving language, sweet language, joyful language. I need you right now in the comments to type, baby, you got this. Typing it in the comments to me, but you're typing it to yourself. I need you to step into your God confidence. The confidence that God gave you, because guess what? You cannot do it by yourself. You don't have to do it by yourself. You are responsible for doing as much as you can, but at the end of the day, God is ordering your steps. You got to remember that. Timing is everything. You have to remember that. Remember, well, you may not remember because it may not have played yet, but there was an episode when I talked about a situation that I was in, and it wasn't my turn. You got to remember that sometimes it's not your turn. Sometimes you didn't win the prize at that moment because it wasn't your turn. It doesn't mean that you will not win the big prize. You are going to get what is for you, right? If you faint not. And for those of y'all Jesus girls and Jesus guys who know, then you know where that comes from. But if you keep it moving and you faint not, you don't get weary and well doing, you will win. You're already winning because guess what? You're watching this podcast, which means you want to figure out how I can overcome at this age. Baby, this is not your last and final chapter. And honestly, when I turned 50 last year in June, I felt like I was just beginning, right? I felt like, oh, this is a brand new chapter. This is a brand new chapter in my book, The Story of My Life. This is a new chapter for you. This is not the end. Baby, you are just beginning to fully step into your greatness, to step into your purpose, to step into who God designed you to be. You are amazing. You have gifts that God has not given anybody else. But you know what I heard a long time ago that somebody said to me, which is why everything that I'm good at, I'm going to foster it. Because if you don't use it, you're going to lose it. And if you don't use what God has given to you, because it needs to be done, if you don't do what God has given to you to do, he's going to give it to somebody else. Do you want somebody else to have the blessing that's yours? Do you want somebody else to have it? Or are you willing to step out on faith and do what you have been commissioned to do? Babe, let me tell you something. I am the youngest. I was coddled. I was my mama's baby. And honey, I ain't tripping on that. Because I was given so much love, but I was also given a lot of protection. Sometimes you can protect your children so much that they are no good for themselves. So you want to make sure that you put them in a position to win, which means that you have to say, little bird, I'm going to push you out the nest. I'm right here and I'm watching you. And if you fall, I got you. But little bird, I need you to have the confidence to fly out of the nest. Just try. Just try. I had to fight for my try because God put something in me as the youngest child. I'm an adventurer. I'm a fighter. I'm going to try. And I might get knocked down a couple times. I may not be able to get out of bed some days. But once I have gotten what I needed to recover, I'm coming out fighting, hands up. Because I come as one, but I stand as 10,000. What does that mean? Yes, I am here. I am present. I am representing myself. But there are thousands of people that have come before me who did not have the opportunities and the gifts that I have, and who wish that they had a chance. So on behalf of my mother, my father, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, my great-great-grandparents, my great-uncle, my great-aunt, the opportunities that are placed in front of me, I'm going to bet on myself and I'm going to bet on God because I know I will never lose. And sometimes the prize is the journey. Sometimes the prize is the experience. Sometimes on this journey, you will meet people, you will go places that you never imagined that you would go. And that is the prize. There are going to be people that you meet along the way who are going to believe in you, who are going to sow into you, who are going to encourage you, who are going to give you love. And a lot of times it's not people that share the same blood as you. And that's okay too. You have to know that everything that you need, God has got for you. Don't ever think that you are alone because I'm here. So in those comments, when you come into this space, soon as you click on, I want you to like the video and I want you to be like, hey, honey, you got this. Or, babe, you got this. You're not typing it to me. You're typing it to yourself. But we are in here encouraging each other. This is a place where we speak languages of love, We're going to exhort each other. We're going to uplift each other. We're going to encourage each other because we live in a very interesting world. I'm not going to use any negative language. And these are challenging times. But baby, when I tell you, you got everything that you need to succeed, you got it. I'm rooting for you. I want to see you win, okay? I want you to have the most amazing day. I want you to be blessed. I want you to be encouraged. Whatever it is that you've been thinking about doing, I want you to know that it's not too late for you. I want you to know that you are right on time because this is not anybody else's journey but yours. And if you don't have people in your life who are going to encourage you or speak life into you, then you need not tell them what you're doing, what you plan on doing, because the only thing that they will do is discourage you. I want you to know that you have everything that you need. Your gifts are in your hands. Your ability to make money, it's in your hands. God has given you something so special that he is not given to anybody else. And even though somebody else may have an idea, they're not going to execute it the way that you will execute it. Because you are special. You are blessed. And you have what it takes. All right. I'm done. I'm off my soapbox. I got to get back to work. But I want you to know, I love you. I'm rooting for you. You got what it takes. God is on your side. And again, you may come as one, but you stand as 10,000. Everything that your great-grandmother could not do. You know what I found out? And I'm about to be done. When I was about 35, I found out that my grandmother, she told me this, she wanted to design clothing for plus-size women. And she had an opportunity to go and be an au pair for a family. They were going to London. She had the job all settled, situated. This was her path that she thought to her greatness. She wound up breaking her leg, and it never set right, and the opportunity didn't happen. I think I'm saying the story correct. Please forgive me. It could be a little bit off. I might be mixing two stories up, but my grandmother had an opportunity to go to London with a family, to be an au pair. She's going to start her life. She's going to have that opportunity, that time in London, and it wound up not happening. Her life took a different track. She wound up having 4 children. There's a lot that goes with that story, and I'm not going to go into all of that, but what I'm going to tell you is there is somebody that has been in your life who loved you, who supported you, and who wanted the best for you, and who knew that if they could not live out their dreams, there was an opportunity for one of their descendants to live out their dreams. So you owe it to the generations that came before you. You owe it to somebody who in your family who was a slave, who was an indentured servant, who did not have the means or the opportunity. Although life is hard, this is the first time in the history of this country where I live in the United States that it is not hard to start a business and to make money. It may not be easy in your eyes, but it may be one of the easiest times ever in the history of the country, especially for a woman of color. This is a safe space for people over 50. This is a safe space for Black women. This is a safe space for women of color. This is a safe space for men of color. This is a safe space for anybody who wants to do something and you don't have the support of the people around you. I want to let you know I got your back and I love you. And I want you to have an amazing day, babe. Bye. Bye, honey.